It's the amnesia. Especially manage kuba so fine it. Especially when you slow wine it. Lekanwe mo bro wine it qui. Men gelo ni webo mine ni kwisa. Kuno tuli you the baddest cheeky. Abashala take several seats. Panondi nde unfo celebro siki. Cook sabaila the Monday, color the more feel sticker. The Monday no more, the more your booty gets bigger. Test sama kelo nebo ya diibela son temo nemo feibolo na titika. Tukalo moko monori yeso. So to laugh penya boy not so. Leave me no timu my yeso. Never I'm just here for good vibes like hey. Tikana from kumo sakum for we no pachani when we
Hello, this is Lawrence of Lusaka, and today we are excited to review the 2017 Kia Sportage, and this is the top end model. So this is the Kia Sportage GT line, 2.4 fully turbo engine, all-wheel drive, but you can also shift it down to two-wheel. It's entirely up to you, which is a beautiful thing. We loved it. It's got sport suspension when you flick the switch and you want to go crazy. Otherwise you can put it on economic, and then that's just for street driving when you're going shopping, going to the office, and then it just changes the suspension and the consumption based on that. If you're going on a ride, bit of a trip, going down to Kafue, Ndola, Kitwe, Livingstone, Mazabuka, Serenje, Mpika, Solwezi, Nakonde, Chirundu, any one of those far off places, including Dudumwezi, you just flick a switch and the consumption changes. You get a sturdier 4x4. When you get to Mongo and all the sand starts to settle in Senanga, the rest of those places, beautiful. And if you're doing city driving, just put it on two-wheel drive. City driving consumption is different. Apa pevi vanala savanyama. Tezona monga wa Kia ninjala. But when I start to step up the game after 2000, what we know is that they changed the sourcing for the manufacturing parts. So they went to the Europeans, and the same place, get that, Mercedes and BMW and Jaguar and Rolls-Royce, the same factories where those guys outsource their dash, their little play toy equipments that go into the car. That's where Kia gets them now. So you're talking top-end stuff at an affordable price. Beat that, Mercedes. So akakevi magazi wananya balala saka 5-seater full leather interior. It has cooled seats. We loved it. In case you've packed your car at the city market, mwendogula kuma veggie na mamelon kuja kumbuyo kuja like indosegula. Come back, the car's hot because of leather. You know, leather gets really hot if you leave it just like that in the sun. Sit in, open your windows, flick that switch, and the seat's cool. It's just that we loved it. And if everything is nice and quiet, mungave novela kaza ka cooling system kapita muli mpando kazizirika musana na matako ni patali. Wanaesa banyama. Fully panoramic sunroof all the way to the back, so both the front and the back seat can get to have that. And if you're driving in the city at night, you know, even if you've got like this hot babe, or this babe's got a hot guy, or if you're a family person, you got kids in the back and they're crying or anything, do the roof, and bam, they just it distracts them so well. You get a better view. And on the nights when there's nice big full moon and you're driving long distance, come on guys. What else does this baby have? It doesn't have a CD system, so they pulled that out. You have a full touch screen, 4.7-inch monitor, and USB jack. So all your video, it's a full DVD screen, right? So any video that you have, it reads all the formats. MP4, 4K, 4HD, it doesn't matter the format, it's gonna read it. And that's Nizima Ningap. MPEG and Windows Media Video, it catches. And we just, apopeve Nizi. So makituti nga mutambe mwemene mwono wene slabjiva kambo yamba na dina dizimo All that stuff, you can watch it from your mobile phone, watch it into the car, and it's nizi. You know Zambians love entertainment. So that new Coffee Olomide video, ni best. You can get to watch it in your car as you drive. We just love that. The dashboard is fully leathered. It's a full leather trim dash. It just looks perfect, man. Dual climate control, so the back and the front can have different temperatures. Both the sides, so the driver's side and the passenger side, can have different temperatures as well. If you're more of a cold person, you know, if you're a warm person, you can just adjust it. We just love those features. So this little baby, not so little, is equally a 4x4 and a 2x4. Flick the switch, you can have 4x4 driving. Easy, just by the flip of a switch. In Senanga, in the sand, you're going after Mpika, after Serenje, Mungeneka, just put it on the 4x4 and it's just Nizima Ning. If you're doing city driving, going shopping, going to work, flick the switch again and you have two-wheel drive. The suspension also changes when you're going into sport mode. It's a lot sturdier, slightly lower, it grips the road. We thought that was pretty awesome. And when you put it in sport mode and you move it from automatic to a manual, which we're gonna do now, so there we go. Let's see if we can sprint it. Gear drop. Up. It goes, all the rev counts to 7. Full braking system, my gosh. And so when you put it into the sport mode and you change the gear to the manual, you have these little, like Formula One little flicks on the back of the steering wheel, right? For gear up, gear down, it just turns, it's a beast. Chinyamuka na nyamuka kusogoni cha diaka. Nizima ningi bakia peve pano wanamanga. Take it from me, guys. This is a beautiful car. It's a beautiful car for guys, for girls, for family people, musicians. Hello, about shiny apple. Kopala swag. Guran konika Kia Sportage Dione swag panepedera. And that's a challenge from LSK. Don't take it personal. We just love the car. Ungambo saba ila palas kuwama kwa motoka. So the sunroof has got UV protection as well, so you got a bit of a tint, and it goes all the way up to the back. We just thought that was pretty slick. Man, just see that. So you get a whole, it's like you're driving outside, you know? It's like a drop top, except that you still have the protection of being in a roof. And that's just crazy good. It has some 8 to 12 airbags, so all the seats, both sides and fronts and back of the back seat as well. It has airbags in that. We thought that was pretty safe. They've stepped up their safe game with this one. So it's got an auto braking system, which means it can judge if there's a car in front of you. And if you're not stepping on the brake, you're going at a constant speed, it'll alert you to give you a bit of a sound. And then it's going to bring those brake pads closer to the brake disc in readiness for braking. So if you brake at that, in that instance, it brakes a lot harder than it normally would. And we thought that was a very good safety feature. And if you don't brake at all, it will automatically brake for you just before impact. So there's about, what, half a second? And it just brakes hard. So you're guaranteed the airbags are gonna go off even before you step on the brake. And it's a hard brake, it's great for safety. They built this as a family car, so you can imagine the extent to which they would go to make it safe. It's got great sound system, rubber speakers. We tested out the other day. Let's see if I can play you a little bit of something. Wow, Chameleon, that's cool. We remember you, man.
Di pampa makare dashirika. Oh no. DJ Buzz. Shout out my engineers. Mr. Dice. Crim down, yo. Listen. Di pandola bondi bells in the people. Kuamono mochavele palo bampako. Strange number calling. Jaskaya. Tetina malaika ekile askaya. Life and the boys that I was so
So another thing that we loved about it, it's got a wireless charging pad. So if you got a newer model phone, your iPhone 6, your S6, Samsung, you put it down on the charging pad and it just charges automatically, right? Wirelessly, and that was just awesome. No more cables, guys. However, there's a charging port for the guys at the back. You can charge your phone from the back. Very powerful, a lot more powerful than your normal car charging cable, and we love that as well. So short distance, then you can have your phone half charged. That's just great, right? So put it on the charging pad, auto charging. It picks up straight away, problem free. They killed it on that one, right? The world is going to wireless, and they put that built into the car. You don't have to pay any extra. Okay, but your steering wheel control does everything. You can control the car, you can control the stereo. It's a push start arrangement. If the key has got an proximity perimeter as well. The further you go away from the car will lock itself. If the key is not in the car will not start. That's an obvious thing. If you walk out and the car is on, it'll give you a warning sound. The furthest you go, the car will switch off and not start. And we just love that security feature as well. You can approach the car with the key in your pocket without ever handling it. You can open the car, you can lock the car, you can start, you can stop it without ever handling the key. That's just sweet as. No more losing your keys. For those of you guys who like to handle your keys all the time, making a sound so that we know that you got a car, too bad. This one won't allow you to enjoy that privilege. So what else can I say about it, guys? My guys vanapanga chichimotoka. So average price. Introductory price is about $45,000, your base level $45,000. If you get duotone leather interior, you add an extra $4,000 to that. If you want to add a better sunroof, more wider sunroof, I don't know what they meant by that, but the manufacturer said you have to pay another $6,000 for that. So there's a whole bunch of stuff you can add and remove from it. Another thing, by the way, before I forget, that we loved about it is it has 5 wheels. So it comes with mag rims, and all 5, even the spare tire is a mag. Nizima ningi. So Rebecca, take me home. Ni go forward. The thing we loved about the wheels as well is that they all have sensors. So if the tire pressure on one tire is going down, the dashboard will warn you that it will show you the side of the car that the pressure has gone down, and by how much the pressure is down, and you need to increase it with. That was sweet. When you change the tire, the sensor has to calibrate. So when you drive for a bit of a while, it will have no sensor. It will tell you sensor not functioning, and then once it beefs up everything, it comes to normal, it shows. So if you're on a long distance drive, you're losing tire pressure, the car will warn you that you're about to have an issue with your tire. That was pretty slick. It's fully computerized. It comes with a 7-year warranty, guys. 7 years. Mwanakula zone. I'm on a grade 1. Any manufacturer issue, you take it back, the guys will replace it, no questions asked. Think about that for a second. So it's well worth its money, huh? As they put it, it's well worth its weight in gold. It comes in several colors, and we chose the white one because we Zambians like to scratch. That's the easiest, as you know, to fix, right? So it's sort of special color. Yeah, overall, we just love this car in and out. If you at the back, if from doing some shopping, you just approach the boot and it will start beeping and the boot opens automatically. We thought that was pretty awesome. So it assumes your hands are full with shopping or bags. If you're going to intercity, machoka patani, pabasi, maindotenga balendo, babwela che, just carry their bags, be the smart guy or girl, go to the back of the car, just stand there for a second, the boot opens automatically. You put the stuff in there, flick of a button, and the boot closes on its own as well. That was freaking awesome, eh? And I keep saying that because there's just so many features. We've been testing this one out for quite a bit, and every time we go out, we find something different and we just fall in love with it even more. Alright? So, what's monga tenda kumalira ngoma? Nishapo mwarasa te? Kumalira ngoma. Kumalira ngoma. Kumalira ngoma.
Tungisha kuba nechila mulungu
Tandala batuba.
Isapo bekambone somone kofintu njangala Mutumba sile tukana imulambu wana mayo wane kusana kupika Isupa kuba kupama umundu ena na lomba na fuka makutika Watila ngisi nangwa kuma palaza kurokuba mangwa Mbasa baleta kafintu na pangwa Umulandi bensemba
Kumalila ngoma.
Kumalila ngoma
ZambianMusicBlog.co.
Big busy on it. Mr. Big TV.
Kulika bebe kaso. Hakakena she's so fine. Chema na shuka mochua. Kama iziba ni matakon. Imekulika bebe kaso. So, one of the sensors of the hundreds of sensors this thing comes with, you have lane departure, gives you a bit of a sound when you're departing your lane. Your average cruise control, it has turning warning as well if you're trying to overtake or you're turning and there's a car behind you in the next lane. It will warn you about that. We thought that was pretty slick as well. What other stuff can I remember? There are just so many. This car has been packed with so many features in this compact SUV. This is the car for 2017 to buy, all right? It is top end. It's in the same category as BMW. It beats most of the X5s that are out there. The other day we tested an X3 and we tested against this one and it beat the X3 and the X2 by far. So let's not even talk about X5 here. You no longer have to buy a BMW X Series or an AMG Benz for you to reach the top end SUV category. You can get yourself a 2016 or 2017 Kia Sportage and you are there already at 3/4 of the cost with 7 years warranty and you enjoy all those features. Come on guys, high tech is now affordable, and at Lawrence of Lusaka we've come out, tested it out for ourselves. We know what we're talking about and we are your go-to guys, all right? If you need something like this, you don't have to go through the expensive guys. In fact, we would advise get it whilst it's cheap, all right? Because then you know ZRA has imposed all those new tariffs. That's going to be a bummer. So welcome to the world, to everyone, your middle income family, to the world of luxury SUVs. We can bring it to your doorstep. Cheers, Lawrence of Lusaka.